Hello, everybody. I am back with another Fear Street review. Still at Tribeca because I'm living my best life. I am here to talk about family dinner today. If you are anti spoilers, I agree with you. And you should bookmark this and come back later to see if we agree or disagree on this movie. If you want spoilers, by all means, give me a listen. I'm not going to say no to a view. But also, this lives on the internet forever because I'm too lazy to take it all down. Get your best life. So, the synopsis for Family Dinner, which I just saw at Tribeca 2022, like fresh off the press this morning. Tired of feeling down about her weight, plus size 15-year-old Simi heads to her Aunt Claudia's house for Easter weekend. Claudia is a popular nutritionist who's written best-selling health books. So for Simi, spending a few days together could help change her diet and inspire weight loss. What should have been a nice holiday weekend with family, however, quickly reveals itself to be anything but. And as we know, family and horror is always a time, ain't it, y'all? Ain't it? So I love a small cast of great performances. This is a 4-person cast because it all happens in the house. So it's very contained, which gives you that claustrophobic, stuck feeling, which I think helps with the overall sense of dread in this movie. Like from the moment of the first frame, I was like, I don't want to be here. And I didn't know what was happening because I don't research things beforehand because I want to be unspoiled and I don't want to figure anything out too soon. But it was a very bleak family get together, even though no one was doing anything too off-putting up top. I mean, there were some signals. But yeah, we know where it's going most of the time. I mean, there's a couple of misdirections, which I think helps keep it spicy. Because otherwise you're like A, B, C. Where this was like more of an A, D, back to C, tricked ya. And that's the best way I can put that without getting into like actual spoilers for some of the family dynamics, because I thought I knew who was doing what and who was the leader, and I was sometimes wrong. But for the most part, like if you're paying attention, a couple of key things are coming up. You just don't know the how and the when, because again, it gets the things out of order to keep it spicy for you. The food looks great. I gotta say that, especially because like this is a horror movie about a young girl who's having some body issues because society's awful, as we all know. I've been thick 30 my whole life, and so like I appreciate the food looking great because usually we're like make everything awful and dull because we're ashamed of eating. Even though you know why the food looks good and you know why people who are eating, because again, you will know. You will know. The fact that I'm dancing around spoilers, but I know 15 minutes in, everybody's gonna be like, aha. um so yeah, I think that even though you know the main points of where it's gonna go, the how they get there, and then what they do when they're there, that's fun. Because if you're gonna do something that's kind of easy to like follow and predict a little bit, you want to keep it interesting and exciting, like a relationship. Otherwise, why are we here? We should be seeing other people. I also love seeing bigger girls in the genre not being a joke. And I also love that our main girl, which is always our final girl in the correct world, is somebody who is a heavier girl. I don't think we get enough of that. I complain about it quite often in all of my podcasts and all of my things. So I'm here for this discourse. Let's get more. Let's do more. I would have loved for her to be the lead and to find a different way into the situation than for her coming because she wants to lose weight. I felt like that was like my one big thing that I'm like, ugh. Because I feel like whenever we do get a bigger girl in this genre, it's always you're fat cow, you're fat, just don't eat, your food, you're this and then you're that. And I would just love to see us existing. I think that it's time for us to just exist and live our best lives like everybody else. But you know what? I will take this for what it is because that's the path it chose. I'm just saying I would like more. If you happen to be percolating on a movie and you're thinking of casting a full-figured lady, maybe don't make it about weight. That's all I'm asking. And I'll keep asking because I got time. Yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. I mean, it's a German film. For those of you who love an international film like me, it's a very slow burn. So don't go in thinking you're gonna get fireworks and like be like knocked out of your seat, because it's gonna be a slow burn. Like even when everything is like happening towards the end, it's still happening very slowly. I was reading Josh Corngut's review at Dread Central, and he mentioned that like he also would have loved a little bit more, because we stayed polite and quiet. And I agree. I agree so much. And I was happy I read that one, because I'm sure other people love an understated movie. But I feel like once you introduce some of the things we're introducing here and you know where it's going, you got to shock the girls a little bit. But at the end of the day, I had a fun time. As far as if it's a yay, a nay, or a may, it's a yay. It's not my most enthusiastic yay, but I would watch it again. I'll probably revisit it for some things and some thoughts later in life for other things I'm working on. Um, I also think it's cool that it's an Easter horror movie, because that's one of the holidays that does not have 9 billion movies, which is hard to do, because like if you watch the slashers, especially from like the 80s, there's one for every day of the year. Um, Literally every day of the year. And so I love that we're getting something new. I also love that it brings the family together for a reason, as opposed to some of the far-fetched reasons that we usually get together. But yeah, I love the acting. I love our lead. I had fun. I had fun. It was just quiet, polite fun. Golf clap fun. Not like he bent himself backwards and took out a precinct fun, which I am a problem and I want that always. I know. Anywho's, that's all I know. If you've seen this movie, feel free to leave a comment. We take all of them: questions, comments, concerns. If it's something rude, direct it strictly to Trent, because I don't do that anymore. Thanks to our friends at Tribeca 2022 for making this review possible. We are an indie podcast, meaning we have no support and we only get access to things that people are nice enough to let us have. So we enjoyed being here for a second year in a row. This is my last one for this year. Hopefully I get to do this again next year, because I live my best life every time Tribeca gives me access to the library. I know Trentington has some things for y'all later though. So enjoy those. Enjoy your week. Get into these Tribeca At Home movies if you have a couple extra dollars and you like some of the stuff that we've talked about this week. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. It's been a damn good time, as usual. That's all I know. Have a great weekend. It's Friday, y'all. Get out. Get loose. Bye.